A city that has been making headlines all over the world. From Galala City, an international city on Egyptian soil. Welcome to Exclusive with Taghreed Hussein here on Nile TV International, while we are celebrating the Older Persons International Day, those who are still giving for the coming generations.
في حاجة أنا كنت بتبناها بس الحمد لله إن حضرتك حققتها.
ازيك؟ كل سنة وأنت طيب. عايزين نعمل لكم حاجة، نعمل إيه؟ يخليكوا لينا، ربنا يخليكم. والله هتتنسى. خدوا حاجتي بقول لك؟
خدوا مكاني.
لا ليكي مكان. لا. عايزة توريني إيه؟ ده العلاج؟ لا ده إحنا عنينا ليه؟
تسلم يوم.
Many times, His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi has honored Egypt's seniors, whose relentless work is memorable and impactful, and whose efforts play a pivotal role in the country's development. This has been made clear through the state celebrations of various national and international days, when His Excellency honored Egypt's veteran figures in different fields in appreciation of their achievements in serving the nation. On the instructions of His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, President of the Arab Republic of Egypt, and under the patronage of the Ministry of Youth and Sports, Egypt celebrated the International Day of Older Persons at Galala City. On the 14th of December 1990, the United Nations General Assembly designated October the 1st as the International Day of Older Persons. The year 2020 marks the 75th anniversary of the United Nations and the 30th anniversary of the International Day of Older Persons.
The international days are always occasions to introduce the people to the issues of universal concern and mobilize the resources in order to address the global challenges and celebrate and also shed light on the different achievements of humanity at large. Though the existence of international days are considered to be prior to the establishment of the United Nations, however, the UN has embraced them as a powerful advocacy tool.
Considering the higher risks confronted by older persons during the outbreak of pandemics as COVID-19, Egypt's political leadership gave directives that policies, healthcare systems, and also interventions must be targeted towards raising awareness of the older person's needs. Egypt's celebration of the Day of Older Persons reflect the collaboration between the government and the private sector to create awareness and empathy regarding the well-being of the elderly, as well as issues of affecting their course of life. The Day of Older Persons is a day to pay tribute to our seniors and all the previous generations for all they have done to promote the society and to build it properly. It is also to appreciate the contributions they have made throughout their lives.
We're still celebrating the Older Persons ceremony, and this is happening on Galala City, that international city on Egyptian soil, celebrating the older personalities who are still giving and in gratitude of all their contributions. On behalf of Nile TV International, we're really honored to share as media partners in this exclusive event, and we're honored to have with us Dr. Ahmed Abdel Hakim. Dr. Ahmed, as the chairman of this beautiful meeting and ceremony, tell me more about the idea of celebrating older persons, and how far will it market Egypt around the world that it comes from this ceremony from Galala City?
It's a great pleasure, and it's always a great pleasure to be in Egypt and Egyptian TV. Actually, the choice of the theme over here is goes back to my first trip to Galala City, which was like in the end of January, beginning of February this year. And even if it was winter time, but was a great weather. I really enjoyed it. And the event for today is actually, the ceremony has been my dream for years, since I've been working in that field. And when I came here, I felt like I found what I was looking for. This is the right place to do it here, and in Galala City. And they actually made it so easy for me to get the chance to have that here.
This ceremony is a chance to repay our seniors for all they did and still do for the community at large, to join hands and to work on maintaining their physical and mental functions, to help them enjoy their days and to make their life better. The day aims to raise awareness of the need to ensure that the people can grow old with dignity. Nile TV International has been granted the honor to be the official media partner of this remarkable event held at Galala City, the global integrated city on Egypt's soil. Nile TV seizes the ceremony of International Day of Older Persons to celebrate and to hold in respect the contributions older individuals make to the society. The ceremony featured an amazing lineup of speakers who talked about the secrets to success at an old age, what healthy aging is all about, new models and new sets of policies for elderly care, and global strategies and plans on aging and health, and also the priorities towards the decade of healthy aging, active aging, and more issues concerned with healthy aging. Former Minister Dr. Ahmed Al-Desh was one of the key speakers at the ceremony. He gave a speech and talked about the efforts the government made to have the elderly lead a healthy life. He stated that among the objectives of the International Day of Older Persons are to draw attention to the seniors that have contributed to the development of societies, shedding light on their ability to continue to contribute. Dr. Ahmed Abd al-Hakim, the chairman of the ceremony, talked about the importance of raising awareness and care for the elderly. He tackled the importance of promoting health services and disease prevention, as well as providing appropriate technology and rehabilitation for the older persons so that they can enjoy a healthy, long life and keep contributing to the progress of the community that they are part of. On the sidelines of the International Day of Older Persons, a number of public figures were honored for their contributions in the field of healthcare and rehabilitation of the elderly. Dr. Nancy Hadi, the international consultant, global goodwill ambassador, and organizer of the ceremony, was among the public figures who were honored for their significant contributions in serving Egypt's seniors and highlighting the huge contributions the seniors make to the society through volunteer work, transmitting experience and also knowledge, as well as helping their families with caring responsibilities. According to Hadi, celebrating this day will increase understanding of the impact of COVID-19 on older persons and its impact on healthcare and also on planning and attitudes. Nile TV International was honored for the channel's efforts in tackling issues concerned with the care of the elderly in a way that can help make their life much easier, more efficient, and of a higher quality. Nile TV aims through this ceremony to bring people's attention to the universal healthcare agenda for all, aligning with Egypt's SDGs and also the WHO Decade of Healthy Aging 2020-2030. The ceremony also honored a number of renowned public figures, war veterans, and examples of seniors who have achieved massive success in their old age, as they believe they are never old to set another goal or to have a new dream. No doubt, this ceremony reflects Egypt's keenness to empower older persons in all dimensions of development, including promoting their active participation in social, economic, and political life, as well as a means of ensuring their inclusiveness.
Galala City is an international city that is built on Egyptian soil, and as we can see Egypt's development in all corners of the country. You could see developmental projects, the building of the new cities, New Alamein, the new administrative capital. Today we are in Galala City, marketing Egypt to the whole world and attracting also foreign direct investment. Well, Dr. Ahmed, definitely there is a significance behind the idea of holding the event at Galala City.
It's part of it. Okay, Egypt is like, it's actually the great location of Egypt. It's like geographic location, and besides, all these new cities, we need to put our hands there to help out. We see the great effort that's being done, to grow with this, with the whole country. And it's the minimum we can do is we try to do our max. We don't want to stop just watching. a lot of effort from President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, a lot of effort from the Egyptian army and the Egyptian people, like, you know, to grow with it. And this is the minimum we can do, at least like we can do our share. We have a lot of new cities, is like, you know, new instructions. It's like, actually, in Galalah City, I traveled like, you know, a lot of cities in the United States, and I see over here is like much better, especially with the weather, the view, natural view is like, you know, the sea, the mountains, and all the adventures that they've been building, and hotels is like, you know, very high. It's like, you know, actually, like, we need the marketing, and we gonna do it because, you know, actually we're thinking also about like 5 big projects that gonna help Galalah City if we go forward with it to be one of the big cities in the world. That's why I was like, you know, we have the plan for 2030, which is like, you know, it's part of it. It's like, you know, senior citizens and longevity right now is like, you know, it's a main concern, not just for Egypt, for the whole world. And I may mention, like, you know, during my lecture that like a lot of countries are really concerned about it. That's why England called for a big summit for the G8, like, you know, the great 8 countries in the world. That was like back in December 11, 2013. Because they see it's a big challenge coming up, and they're afraid, actually they're scared with all the research that Alzheimer's disease is going to be a big epidemic, global epidemic actually, by 2050. If we cannot start now, starting now is going to be difficult, but starting later is going to be almost impossible to capture and, you know, to get that surrounded. So we're looking forward with growing with this field in here, and actually we deserve it. The same thing, like the same way like Egypt used to be the leadership, to get in the leadership on like in a lot of projects in the world, especially Virus C, for example, that we just passed. We had that in Egypt, then, you know, we treat other people in different countries. Same way, I wish to say that we wanted to see Egypt leading the road for Alzheimer research and Alzheimer treatment and Alzheimer societies that can help out, like, you know, all the, even the G8 countries.
Dr. Ahmed Abdel Hakim, chairman of the beautiful ceremony, thank you so much for joining Nile TV.
Inshallah, we'll do more, like, you know, hopefully next year it's going to be much bigger. We're planning to have it for 3 days at the International Carnival for all like international tourism from all over the world, and Galalah City also. Thank you very much for giving me that chance. Thanks.
Egypt enhances attention to the particular needs faced by older people, as it is important to recognize the essential contribution the majority of older persons can continue to make to the functioning of the society. Older people are fonts of wisdom and experience. They can inspire everyone around to continue striving and giving. The point is that age is nothing but a number. Seniors are more like gems. Every senior has a lot to teach and give. The new generation need to make sure to ask them for advice, to look to them for guidance whenever and wherever possible, and they will never fail.
دايما جوا عينك تسلم ايدينا ياللي انت شايل هم بلدك فوق كتافك كل اللي عرفك واللي قبلك واللي شافك بيدعي باسم مصر ليك الله يعينك.
That was our tour exclusively from Galalah City, an exclusive tour for the first time on the National Media Authority here on Nile TV International. And we continue our exclusive in order to see the developmental projects all over Egypt.